Welcome to Storytime. I'm Eric. This week we're going to be reading from Amazing Man Comics number 8. This is actually the fourth Amazing Man story. Amazing Man number 4, but in Amazing Man Comics number 8 because they started with issue 5. This story of The Amazing Man is from December of 1939. It was written more than 2 years before the U.S. entered World War II. Aman, the Amazing Man, by Bill Everett. In Tibet, 25 years ago, the Council of Seven selected an orphan, and each taught him all they knew. He grew to manhood, and after passing many important tests, proved his amazing strength, knowledge, and power. Finally, given the secret of disappearance by a green mist, he goes into the world as Aman, the Amazing Man. But before we get into the story, let's scan this telegram explaining what happened after we left Aman last month. Western Union. Chief of State Police, Capital, have caught members of gang plotting to destroy dam thanks to Amazing Man. Stop. Aman disappeared in the usual green mist. Stop. Could not track him. Stop. Returning with prisoners tonight. Stop. A.L. Donnelly, Deputy Sheriff. And on a busy street in the capital, we find Aman strolling nonchalantly. War declared in Europe. Paper, mister? Uh-oh. This looks interesting. War declared. Allies go to aid. Peace pact rejected. Invasion of Poland seen as direct aggression. Hitler to go ahead with plans. Well, this sort of spoils my plans for getting even with the Great Question, but that can wait. War will be a much more interesting adventure. I have to get my plane away from the police at the airport somehow. Under cover of a darkened doorway, Aman assumes his most startling disguise, and a moment later emerges a green mist. I'll have to find a taxi heading for the airport and smuggle myself in. If the police catch me, I'm done for. To the airport, driver, and hurry, please. What luck! The unsuspecting young lady shall have company. Heavens, driver, there's an awful draft back here. Aw, lady, you must be getting allergic to spring. There ain't no breeze today. Sorry, miss, I'd like to help you with your bag, but I'm in an awful hurry. Thanks for the drive. At the airport. Dusk is falling, and under cover of its shadows, Aman prepares to enter the army warehouse. Danger. Explosives. United States storehouse. A few moments tinkering with the lock and the invisible Amazing Man opens the door. No smoking. Inside. Here's what I want. Machine guns and a few thousand rounds of ammunition. Now to smuggle them into my plane. Unnoticed, the crated machine guns, apparently suspended in the air, deposit themselves in Aman's plane. And under the very eyes of the guards, the little ship suddenly comes to life. The monoplane slips through the ether, knifing its way eastward across the Atlantic, stocked with ammunition and canned food. Aman is all set for trouble. Many hours later, the ship settles down on a French farm nearly 60 kilometers behind the Maginot Line. All is quiet here, save for occasional faint boomings from the distant guns. Hello, Frenchie. Me? Oh, I'm just fixing up an impromptu defense for your belligerent neighbors. I'm sure friend Daladier won't mind. Bonjour, monsieur. Qu'est-ce que vous faites? In an hour, Aman is on his way again, his innocent-looking plane now formidable with its 2 machine guns, one pointing forward and one aft. He heads east. And over no man's land between the Maginot and Siegfried lines. He meets the enemy's reconnaissance planes. The attack is instant. Fiercely, Amon battles against outstanding odds. Suddenly, however, his ship bursts into flames, struck by a myriad of enemy bullets. But Amon leaps to the safety of his parachute, only to find himself dropping into the hands of the aggressors. Was willst du haben? Good Nacht, mein Herr. I must ask you to accompany me. American, you are by this decree of court-martial sentenced to 1 year of penal servitude in concentration camp number 23365 AC. And by the court's decree, Amon is transferred from Berlin to a small concentration camp in the northern part of Germany. It would appear that I am one of the millions of innocent victims of the aggressor's regime, save that I am not exactly innocent. But they shall not hold me. The green mist, as usual, shall be my liberator. But no, it does not work. Something has gone amiss. I've forgotten the weekly hypodermic injection. Professor Nika warned me that I must use his solution at least once a week to maintain my capacity for making myself invisible. This puts me in a very bad spot. Ach, mein Herr, why must you look so miserable? Things are not always so bad. Will you have some soup? No, go away. Don't bother me. Wait, Fritzy, you look like an intelligent man, and perhaps you don't believe in magic, but I want to show you something. I possess an object that can make you the most powerful man in the entire German Empire, providing you use it discreetly. Come aside and let me demonstrate. You are a fine specimen of a fine race, and with this ring as your slave, you may rule the whole world. With this ring on your finger, you have the strength of 100 men, the brains of 100 scientists, and the physical alertness of 100 antelope. With this ring, the world is yours. See how easy it is? Wearing the ring, I can smash my bare fist through a solid brick wall. Watch now. And with practically no effort, I defy the law of gravity by springing lightly to the roof of this building. And that isn't all. You may ask me any question that pops into your mind, and I will guarantee to answer it. What more can one ask? Look, Fritzy, I make this proposition to you. If you can get my personal belongings back to me, all of them, I'll give you the ring. Appealing to a German's vanity, Amon has struck a responsive chord, and by promising wonders, he wins. Ja, I get their belongings for you. You give me the ring, ja? I get that stuff now. Grimly, Amon smiles as the Nazi guard departs. Fool, he doesn't know that I can do these things anyway. The ring has nothing to do with it. All I want now is the hypodermic needle and Nika's formula. In a few moments, the guard returns. Ja, mein Herr. Here is their belongings. Now, where is that ring, eh? Ah, mein lieber Dunker, I will give you the ring in a moment. Nein. Was ist das? What are you doing with that bundle? Ach, der Kapitän. Okay, Butch, let's have no trouble. That package belongs to me. Now beat it. Gott in Himmel! Quick as a flash, Amon snatches the package from the hands of the dumbfounded Nazi. Sorry, children, but I've no time to play. I'll have to move plenty fast now. And before the bewildered guards come to life, Amon leaps to the roof of the canteen building. Quickly, he loads the hypodermic needle found in the bundle with the rest of his things and injects the magical fluid into his arm. He is crouching behind the parapet of the roof. After him, men, and shoot to kill. But they didn't know the green mist. Amon, invisible, leaps from the roof and escapes. Dodging the Nazis was easy. Now we find him perched on an armored car. Suddenly, the attack begins. Amon topples to the ground. Rising unhurt, he races across the bloody terrain, heading for the French lines. Miraculously, he makes it and dives into a dugout. He becomes visible. "Quick, give me a uniform and a rifle. I can help you." 15 minutes later, clad in the uniform of the French army, the amazing man goes over the top. As he crouches in a machine gun pit, he sees a giant shell screaming towards him. This is one baby whose plans have been changed. Faster than lightning, he leaps to catch it. With a resounding thud, Amon smacks back to earth with the deadly missile. "C'est impossible. Je suis zigzag. Vérité, il est incredible." Watch now, we'll send this baby right back home. "Mon Dieu! Regarde, Pierre!" And that's not all, my friends. I can't win this war myself, but I intend to have some more fun with it. I'm going to disappear now, but watch what happens. Amon, in the green mist, sees a huge German tank crashing toward him, and he rushes to intercept it. Suddenly, it seems to leap into the air of its own volition and crashes back to the ground with a horrible rending of steel and iron. The amazing man is at work in earnest. Over the brow of the hill, he races straight for the enemy lines and down into the valley where a battery of German howitzers hammers shells into the French Maginot line. "Donnerwetter! A green cloud! Gas!" In a frenzy to don their masks, the unfortunate Nazis are thrown off balance as the mighty howitzer whips into the air and, like the tank, crashes to the ground, hopelessly demolished. Gott in Himmel, what is happening? There is no sign of the enemy, yet our guns are being destroyed. Helpless, the astounded soldiers watch their guns being wrecked one by one. Then, suddenly, as a Nazi plane approaches, one of the guns spins about and lets loose its charge toward its own base. The plane dives to investigate the strange doings, and Amon, seeing further fun with France's enemy, leaps to catch its fuselage. And abruptly, the ship banks to speed toward the capital. "Look, our plane, she goes back to the hinterlands. Why does she not help us?" Amon has worked fast. The little bomber spreads death and destruction on its own Vaterland, with Amon at the controls. The dead pilot behind him, Amon grins evilly while bombing his way to Berlin. What will happen to him now? See your next issue. Amazing Man Comics. This has been Storytime. Join me next time for another comic story from the Golden Age.